It was bitterly cold. That much I remember. I was huddling in the corner of what once was my house. Now it's just a pile of smoldering rubble and shattered memories. I was long past crying. Even at the young age of 16 sons, this war had a way of putting things in perspective. House destroyed? That was nothing to cry about after seeing your father dragged from it and shot with a plasma pistol. No food? Why cry over that when you and your friend had taken to scrounging for tidbits and refuse piles? And he was unlucky enough to be caught by one of the guard's beasts the crone used to watch their perimeters. I still hear his screams fading into a wet gurgling sound when I close my eyes at night. Hungry, homeless, those were blessings compared to what the crone would do if they caught me. Those were not worth wasting tears on. We fought them, though. Oh, how we fought. I joined the planetary militia, and we made them pay for every inch of our homeworld as they claimed it for their own. In the end, there were too many of them. Their technology was too strong. Their malice and cruelty too deep. We lost. Our armies were scattered. We lost our homeworld and our identity as a species. The Dreven, as we were once known as, were simply no more. Well, I guess that's not entirely true. There were still some of us, hiding in the shadows, stealing what we could to stay alive from one sun to the next, fearing every sound, every moment caught out of the corner of our eye. If this was living, I did not want it anymore. But there was always that spark, that flame in my chest that refused to let me lay down and die. No matter the cost, it drove me to survive. Our species all had this fire in our gut. Even when we knew it was hopeless, even when death was certain, we fought. We were not above asking for help, if there was anyone to offer us it. Our first indication we were not alone in the universe was when the crone death ships arrived in our skies and rained black fire down on us. As we fought, we hoped that if there were races like the crone out there in the everlasting black, there might be others. Other races that fought against them. Another race that may be able to offer us help or support. Our first victory against the crone was when we downed and captured one of their death ships. We quickly stripped the weapons and technology, except for their communications array. With that technology, we sent a plea for help. A request for assistance. We always set the message to repeat and sent it as far and wide as we could. It actually gave us hope when the crone quickly descended on the array and destroyed it. They did not try to recapture the array. They destroyed it quickly and totally. The only reason they would do that was that there was someone else out there that might hear our call, might hear us and come to our aid. So from that day forward, our objectives changed. We captured hundreds of arrays over the course of the war and made some of our own from the technology we stole. The crone destroyed them as quickly as possible, but we got really good at hiding them, disguising where they were. The crone took longer and longer to find and destroy them, but it turned out it did not matter. The crone won. No help came. No one answered our call. Each day, more survivors were found by the crone and destroyed. Soon, there would be none left. So that's why, today, as they hunted me down, as I heard the baying of their damnable beasts tracking me, I decided to make my last stand in what was once my home. Even though I was choked with ash, even though there was nothing left but stacks of rubble, I still saw my home. The warmth of the rooms, lit with glow crystals that flickered like flames. My memories of my family, smiling and loving. This was something the crone could never take from me. This was mine, these memories, and I will die protecting them. In my hand was a scavenged plasma pistol. It had maybe 4 good shots left in it, but I would make them count. I will take as many of these crone demons with me as I can. I just wish it wasn't so cold. Waiting for the death that was coming for me was chilling in more than just one way. And I had shivers that were not just caused by the weather. I saw the beast first. It came sniffing the debris, heading in my direction. It was a hideous, fanged monstrosity, but the toad-like creature holding its leash was even more hideous in my sight. A crone, bulging, bulbous, covered in slick mucus, the cause of so many deaths. I gripped the pistol tighter. The beast looked up, its inky black eyes locking onto me, and I knew this was it. I was going to kill the beast and the crone, but there were dozens more behind it, spread out looking for survivors to kill. Before I could even raise my pistol, it happened. A noise like thunder from above, a strange ship coming at great speed, spitting fire and thunder and death. I saw the crone by me get ripped to pieces by the weapons of this new vessel. I heard the screams of the other crone in the fields, and then silence. I crept from my hiding spot, pistol gripped tightly in my sweaty hands. They were dead. All of the crone and the beasts, all dead. A crackling noise caught my attention. One of the communication boxes the crone used was alive with screams and chatter, but one word I heard said multiple times: Terrans. It seems our calls did not go unheard. It seems that even though it may be too late, we might be avenged. For some reason, that thought alone brought tears to my eyes, which had been dry through so much pain and anguish. It was the thought that the crone might pay that brought them to tears. I don't know how long I stood there, in the shattered remains of my house, freezing in the cold air, a plasma pistol gripped tight in my hands, looking for something to shoot. I was standing this way when they found me. A ship, not like the other one, but white with red markings, came to me. These Terrans came from it, also dressed in white, making soothing sounds, letting me know without words that they were here to help. I let the pistol fall from my hands and went with them without a struggle. I've been with these angels for months. Through them I've learned that our race was not destroyed, only scattered into small groups, hiding across the planet. There were close to 1 million of us left. The Dreven would live on, thanks to our benefactors. Their military requested an interview with me. As I had survived alone for so long, they informed me that that was a rare thing. I told them how I survived and how I eked out an existence, clinging onto life at all costs. They called me brave and an inspiration, but I felt like none of these things. After the debriefing, as they called it, they asked if there was anything else I needed. Need? I asked. Yes. I need to thank you for the help you gave us. You saved not only me, but my entire race. The Terran smiled at that and said, There's no need to thank us. We're more than glad to help. I also need something else, I said, getting to my feet and staring at the Terran towering above me. I also need to make the crone pay for what they did. I need vengeance, and I need to do it with my own hands. The Terran stared quietly for a minute. If you're serious about that, he said, looking right into my eyes, we will be more than glad to help with that also. So less than one of their Terran years later, I sit on an assault ship, the first ever Dreven assault marine. I sit next to my brothers of battle, and they treat me with honor and respect. Our mission is to track down and destroy the crone wherever we may find them. And may the 7 stars help me, but damn, I love my job.